Okay. Okay, I'm here with our newest instructor. Hi.
Yay!
Yay! Okay, I'm so excited that you're at the studio.
I'm so excited.
Now, how long have you been doing classes here?
So we moved to Maumelle in May of 2024. And then I found camp in July of 2024.
Okay.
So almost 2 full years.
Oh my gosh.
So I literally just Googled
Yeah.
reformer Pilates near me.
Yes.
And camp showed up. And so that's how I found it.
Yay,
I know.
Google!
Google, we love you. We love Google.
Didn't know if it was really working out there.
Yes.
And I love that you've gotten really close to a lot of the instructors.
Mm-hmm.
And I love
Yes.
that. I think
They're
that's really
amazing.
great. That says a lot about our instructors here
Mm-hmm.
too. And because you had just moved here.
Mm-hmm. Oh yes, I came by myself the very first time, and I took Jody's class, and now she's one of my most favorite people in the whole world.
Yes.
And so I'm like, it's kind of just full circle that you come so scared and have no idea. Like I really had no expectations because I had never taken a reformer class before.
Okay. And what made you decide?
I don't know. I just kept seeing it, and then when I looked you guys up, how all the lights make it pink in there, I was like, this is the place for me. It's pink in here. And so I came and took her class alone, and it was great. And
I'm going to double check my video because I have technology issues.
Don't
something just hit me. It was like, no, it's doing. Okay. I love that. And yes, I like a lot of my clients, because some people have been with me for years, and some of them would take my reformer classes at different places. And the biggest thing was that I feel so uncomfortable.
It's scary.
And so when I thought to put reformers in, because I really wasn't going to, and then I had space, and I thought, well, I don't know how many I could fit in here because it's such a small space. And so when I sent in my square footage to Balance Body, that's where I did my training, and that's where I purchased the reformers from. They tell you how many you can fit.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah, and they tell you how to set it up.
Okay, I love that.
Yeah, you just give them the square footage, what it's like, and then they say, well, you can fit this many in there.
That's so nice, because then you don't over or under buy.
Right, and he was like, now it's going to be tight, so you just need to tell your students, we all need to be coordinated, but you could fit 8 reformers if you want them. And he said, but you can do 4, you can do 6, but the maximum would be 8. And I thought, well, let's go ahead and do 8 and just see how it is and go from there. And so that's what we did. And it is close, but I feel like with the darkness, it gives you that little bit more freedom, doesn't it?
It does, for sure, because you don't feel like people are staring at you all the time. And also, I think that's a common misconception of the gym community is that everybody's looking at you.
Yes.
Nobody's looking at you ever. And so you just have to
yoga. You can be on the front row.
Yes,
because trust me, no one's looking at you.
We're also obsessed with ourselves. No one is paying attention to you.
You're doing the right thing. You're trying to survive.
No one is looking at you.
Yeah.
So I just had to get that in my mind, especially coming to places alone as a new Central Arkansas resident.
Yeah.
That I was like, nobody cares. But if you do have questions, you can watch other people or ask them.
And
the instructors are watching
and making sure, and
Yeah.
Now, where did you move from?
So I'm originally from Russellville, but I had been at school in Arkadelphia, so I went to Ouachita.
That's right. Yeah.
So I moved straight from there to here.
I love that.
I wasn't going back to Russellville. Sorry, couldn't do it. Sorry, Mom. But yes, so my husband's from Houston, and so I convinced him to stay here because
that's where my husband lives.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, it's a great place.
Yeah.
Not for me.
Yeah.
So I just really wanted to stay here.
And that's where I did my paddleboard yoga teacher training. And my kids yoga teacher training back 12 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
What part of Houston? Were y'all in Houston?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I think the studio has now closed, but I think they have a smaller space now. I think they do more of a small boutique, kind of like here. We max out at 30 people in the room, and we only have 8 reformers. And I think that's kind of what they started doing.
Which I like that a lot, because sometimes the bigger places, it's just
you get kind of
too many people.
You get lost in the mix, And I like sometimes I hate that I can't put more people in, but then it changes what you're trying to do
Right.
also.
Yeah, it's a more intimate setting, which I think is good to like build community and build relationships. Because
100%.
then you start seeing the same people that are coming to classes with you.
And it's like a little family.
Yes, and then you expect to see them there, and if they're not, you're like, hey, what's going on?
Where are you?
You okay?
Yes.
So I think that's just like the best part about being in this kind of community is just building those relationships.
And so you went to Washington Baptist. And what was your degree?
Nutrition. Yeah. Nutrition and dietetics. Yes.
Perfect. And then what gave you the drive to want to be a Pilates teacher?
Well, I'm also a registered dietitian, and so I think nutrition and fitness just kind of go hand in hand. So I was thinking, like, out of all careers, why not mash these two together? Yeah. I've always loved fitness. I was an athlete in high school, and then I was a volleyball player.
Okay.
Nice. So I did that full-time club volleyball and then school. So when that was over, I was like, what now? What do I do now? So I got into CrossFit. And that was an interesting ride for sure. So like end of high school, right before college, did that. Yeah. And then Arkadelphia does not have any group fitness places. So it was just a gym. So then I kind of learned how to work out on my own, started bringing my friends with me, helping them work out. I would just like program workouts for us, and then we would go as like little groups. Yeah. And so once I moved here, I'm like, this could be an opportunity to kind of do something. So, and it's still like being a dietitian, it widens my scope of practice a little bit more because I am able to give that nutrition advice or help people with what they should be doing, what they should be eating without leaving my scope of practice. So that's been a really cool thing. So
I love that. And so you're also teaching Great Fitness, and she's going to start teaching Matt Pilates here too.
He did.
And it's so exciting.
Yes, I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I didn't know I'd like to sweat that much, but you know.
And I've been seeing a lot here lately of people posting about how horrible hot classes are, or that it's just you're not finding your full potential because you're dying because of the heat. That's not what heat's about.
It's not. You become addicted almost.
Well, you do, but it's also so good for the body. What happens is you have less pain, you have less injuries. You also just like the blood flow in the body, because we do the infrared heat here. Yes. And so it's just a little game changer. And you can research it. Because when I do an all levels non-heated yoga class mostly, or say like Pilates, which the reformer's different, because you can do all these different things on the reformer that you can't do on the mat. In a sense, it gives you it's just a little bit more availability of things. Right. So if I'm not heated, if my muscles aren't heated, it almost takes me an hour.
Really?
To get my muscles loosened up.
Okay, because your body is so used to the heat now.
Well, or as you age, it's more challenging to get the muscle to cooperate. That's why you get more injured as you age, and like hip replacement and things like that, because the body doesn't move the way it is used to. And so it just kind of helps give the body a little bit more support and availability, I think, in the postures and moving.
And I think people don't realize that. Yeah. Kind of what you're saying. They say the heated classes are so horrible. Why would I want to sweat that much? But you just got to get that first one out of the way. And then right after you get the first one out of the way, I feel like your body adjusts after. If you're consistently coming to the heated classes, as you come more, you're like, oh, my body knows what to expect. Yeah. Always eat before too. Always have a little something to eat or drink before.
Little supplement.
Little something.
It's always good.
Yes. That helps with the heat for sure.
Yeah. And always hydrate.
Yes. Water, electrolytes, all the things.
Yes.
All the things.
I know you'll have to do some like little things here for nutrition.
Yes, I would love doing that. Yeah. I love to talk, period. But I love to talk about food and nutrition even more. Right. So it's perfect.
I love it.
It's fun.
Now, do you at home, do you do a lot of meal planning, or do you just kind of decide, like,
it
I'm
kind of
gonna do
depends.
this?
It depends on what our week looks
Yeah.
like usually. So some weeks I will plan out,
Yeah.
like we're having this for dinner, one night we're having this for dinner. I did that last week. And then sometimes we'll get busy, skip a night, so then we'll kind of keep going down the line.
Yeah.
Some weeks it's just different, but I do enjoy cooking, so does my husband. So
Okay.
I love that part too. Is he's
Yes.
very helpful in the kitchen, and then like the nights that I'm teaching classes or whatever, he'll cook dinner. And
That's
I can
always good.
fully trust him.
That's always good.
My mother-in-law's a chef, so I think he learned a thing or two
nice.
from her. And so
wow.
yes, I fully get
That's
to trust
a game
him.
changer.
It is, and he does dishes too. He cooks and he does dishes, so it's the perfect little pair. But so he's really good about helping me out cooking too, and he's not picky. So.
My daughter's husband is like that, and I'm so grateful because she's not if she sees this, she's not a great cook, but she knows it, and he really does. And now that they have a baby, and that is very helpful.
Yes.
And she doesn't feel like she has to do all the things.
Right.
My husband cooks. But I also, like, whoever was going to be married to me, they had to pull their weight. I just don't do it.
And so that's okay.
Sorry.
And that's okay.
But I worked too, and I work, you know. And but even if you're a stay-at-home mom,
that's a full-time job too.
Oh my gosh.
It is,
and you need that extra help. I mean, you really do.
Yes.
Now, have y'all thought about having children?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not ready. I'm not ready yet.
You're so young. How old
are
you?
25.
Yeah.
25. Just turned 25 last month.
Plenty of time.
Yes, we have plenty of time. It is in the plans.
Yeah.
But I think later on, I'm just really loving what I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
I have all the flexibility, all the freedom.
You finished your schooling.
Yes.
Because you also did you have to go to UAMS also?
So that was an option. Ouachita also has a program, so I just stayed there.
You just stayed there.
So that was 15 months after my bachelor's degree.
Yeah.
So I was in school for almost 6 years
Yeah.
doing that. So after I passed my test, I was like, this is a whole new world. It was just like
literally.
Oh my gosh, I could breathe. I think I'd been holding my breath for like months and months and months while preparing for the test and getting my master's degree and all that stuff. And so
I know I have so many students that are medical students, and now I see them, they're not like practicing now.
Yes, it's crazy.
And they've been with me like through these years, and I'm like, I'm still like doing this, and here you are. You're a surgeon now.
No, literally, it's crazy. Sometimes I feel like I just live a lot of life because I'll be at the hospital all day and then put on my little workout outfit and go teach a class, and it's kind of like that's just how my days look right now. And I love kids, obviously. Working at Children's, I mean, I adore them, but having your own is very different.
When you're at Children's, what do you do?
Right. So I am PRN, which means they use me as they need me. We have about 40-ish dietitians on staff, so they need me just about every day, which I love. I love being there. My coworkers are incredible.
Yeah.
I work with mostly women, so love that. Love the girlies. Yeah. They're the best. So that just makes a really fun work environment. Yeah. So, I mean, I could cover anything from hematology and oncology to the cardiovascular ICU to the pediatric ICU, the NICU, really anything and everything. I'm trained to cover all of them. So,
and that just makes us more aware.
Oh my gosh,
how important your nutrition is.
Yes,
like it's so important. I was just talking to someone else earlier, and she loves peanut butter, and I was telling her I did not eat peanut butter until I was an adult.
Really?
My mom never had it around.
Did she have a reason?
You know, I was telling her she ate a lot of it while she was pregnant with me.
Oh.
And I think she just
burned herself out.
Yeah, and so we just never had it around as a child. But I started eating it, and then all of a sudden, I would get these horrible stomach cramps. And I remember one day I was about to teach yoga, and I'd eaten, because we were saying you got to eat.
You got to eat something.
But you got to give yourself time.
Yes. 30 minutes to an hour.
Yeah.
Give yourself time.
So I ate probably around 10:30, thinking this will give me an hour, and then, go in and teach in the heat. But right as I was about to leave, it felt like someone was kicking me in my gut. So I did a lot of testing for myself, and if I go to Whole Foods and make my own peanut butter from the actual peanuts.
From the actual peanuts. Peanuts and salt usually is all it is.
Fine.
So it's like all the additives.
But anything in a jar, and I don't care how clean they say it is. I don't care if you stir it, not stir. It can say that there's no GMO, that it's perfect. Can't eat it in a jar.
Oh my gosh.
If it's been pre-done.
So it has to be from
fresh,
like watch it
from the
being
peanuts, me going, grind it, and here's my
So you couldn't get peanut butter on anything at a restaurant or somewhere. Oh my gosh.
And I don't know why.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, it just started out of nowhere. So weird.
Interesting.
So I don't know, but everyone has like so many different issues with food.
Oh yeah.
And you crazy. Just like my son can't eat a lot of different things, and now that I've aged, I can't have like purple onion, really any onion. Like, I just the smell.
You're just like no.
And I will taste it for like 10 days.
Onions are weird. They're just
but
one
I used
of those
to eat them
foods.
all the time. Isn't it weird?
And maybe you're like, not anymore.
Yeah.
It is weird how our body reacts though, especially with kids, because we are dealing with like formulas all the time. And you know, one formula works for one kid, one formula they're like spitting up all the time, projectile vomiting. And you're like, what in the world? So we're constantly changing things for them.
Like my daughter had to be on a pre-digested formula, Nutramigen.
Yes, that's one of ours that we have. Yes.
Expensive.
It is. Yes, formula is not cheap.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Her little baby, you know, I'm so happy for her, but I'm a little depressed that she didn't get the same child that I did.
You're like, what happened?
She's so easy. Formula, she doesn't really spit up a whole lot. She's not cranky. She never had colic. Like, she's really like a perfect baby.
Maybe her next baby will give her run for her money. That second born. I'm a second born, and I feel like I always gave my mom a little bit more run for her money.
I don't know. So babies are they are all so different.
They are.
And my son was totally different than that, and he never had colic, but he had some other like gastro stuff where he would, you know, like he couldn't keep the formula down.
It's so scary because you're like, I'm trying to keep this human being alive.
Can we just gain a pound?
Right? And then you just have to think about what you're feeding them all the time, and
it can be a lot.
What are they going to choke on? What are they going to spit up? What are they not going to like? What are they going to throw across the room?
It's a lot. I mean, it really is. But I love that we have evolved in having nutritionists in the hospital because you know, when my daughter, I mean, she's 33, and that was just non-existent. Right.
And I think that is one of the best parts about Children's Hospital is the doctors do really value our opinions.
Yeah.
And so they do reach out and run things by us and make sure whatever they wrote that's what we would do too. Yeah. A lot of times, like the adult hospitals, just they don't really care that much, and they're you know, it's not as big of a deal.
Yeah.
But I would say that is one of the best parts about being at Children's is every doctor, nurse, really anybody there, we all work as a team. We work with our SLPs all the time, our OTs. I work with PT sometimes too for like our weight loss clinic, and so it's just a lot of really like interdisciplinary really team stuff, and so I just
and all these different illnesses.
Yes.
You know,
there's so many, and that's also why, of course, I want to have kids. But working there, I'm like, I did not know this could happen, or like that this was a thing.
You know, her name is not coming to me, but she had a baby, healthy, everything was great, and all of a sudden he started getting really sick, and so he went to Children's, and I mean, he was almost like in a coma, like he couldn't eat. It was really, really bad. And then he comes to find out he has maple syrup.
Yep, urine disease.
Yes.
Is this the girl that was posting all over Facebook?
Maybe.
Okay,
she's on Channel 7.
Okay, yes. Okay, so we're talking about the same person.
And she came out on paddleboard yoga with me.
Oh my gosh, love that for her. Yes, her
name.
baby was like famous because we hadn't seen that in so long, and it's a thing.
They can't process protein, right?
Yes, and so it's called maple syrup urine disease because it actually smells like that.
I wondered why.
Yes, that's why.
It's called maple syrup.
That's the reason. But it's like a thing we learned in school. Yeah. And you're like, okay, yeah, but you don't see it a lot. And so it really was like a big thing whenever he came in with that. So
isn't that wild? And they found it.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yes, we have a lot of great teams.
Well, one
that
of our
we're just
other
working
yoga
together.
teachers, she works at Children's.
Okay.
She's a brain specialist, so she's a neurologist.
Oh my gosh, amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone is so great there.
Yeah.
And they really just, like, if you are bringing your kid there, they're going to be taken care of, and people are going to listen to you.
Yeah.
And I think the healthcare world gets a bad rap all the time because a lot of times you do have to advocate for yourself. And as a parent, you're having to advocate for your child, especially if they're not able to tell you.
And they can't talk to you.
Right, if they're not able to tell you what's wrong or what hurts.
It's like having a puppy. Like, something's wrong.
Yes.
And
you're like, tell me what hurts.
Like,
it's hard.
It's challenging.
I know. And so I think, the parents are usually pretty great too, but you really just have to be an advocate for yourself.
And by the time you get to some places when you're there, you're on your last leg. Like,
right.
You're
like you tried everything.
And you don't know, like, my child may die. Like,
right.
What am I going to do? Just that devastation. And so I think it's just such a great place.
It is.
Kind of moving things around you, like having so much, in the healthcare and everything. What do you do? What's your deep dive into like self-indulgence, like to get your mind off things?
Like what I do for fun? Or just
for fun, or like when you get home, like I watch like true crime, reality TV.
Yes.
That I don't like to admit.
Right.
And everyone's going to know that about me.
I love it. I'm actually not a big reality TV kind of person. I don't know, like I never really got into like.
What do you watch? A series or Netflix?
Yeah, every now and then.
What do you do in your
My comfort show is Gossip Girl.
Oh, that's so funny.
So if I need to just like turn something on to turn my brain off, Gossip Girl is what's going to be on. I love to read too. So
I used to have a friend, and she told me, she said, I don't know what I'm going to do. And I was like, what are you talking about? And this was back in the day when you had to have a VCR.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And she goes, like, I don't think I'm going to be able to buy another one. And it's breaking. And she said, every night I watch Sleepless in Seattle. And it puts her to sleep.
I love that.
Isn't it funny?
That is funny. I didn't get to grow up with a TV in my room.
Okay.
So I cannot fall asleep watching TV. It has to be, my sleep routine is very
I love you
specific.
Didn't have one in your room.
My mom didn't let us have them in our room.
That's awesome.
Yeah, she didn't want us to like depend on that to fall asleep. And so it has to be pitch black in my room. Fan is on. Sound machine.
Yes.
Shout out to my Hatch. That is the best purchase
I have that too.
I've ever made.
Yeah.
Love that with my whole heart.
Yeah.
So winding down for that, I have a Kindle. I love my Kindle. It comes most places with me. Yeah. So I do that really to wind down. It sounds silly to say like working out, but I really do.
No, but when you get home, like you have to have that moment. Like what helps you go to sleep so you can start your day refreshed.
Really reading or TikTok. I do the doom scroll on TikTok usually.
So does my son.
So I think that's just his age.
Yeah.
It's not a positive thing.
Yeah.
I've been getting back into podcasts.
Yeah.
So I do like listening to those.
I watch a lot. Which ones are your favorite?
I've started the podcast by Ali Yost. It's called Christ with Coffee on Ice, and I love that. She kind of just talks about like everything going on in her life.
Yeah.
She's also like an influencer too, so she has a lot of stuff going on, and just I like her because it sounds like she's just having a conversation like you and I are right now.
Yeah.
That she's just talking, and it feels like you're like on FaceTime with her.
Yeah.
And so I like stuff like that. The True Crime podcasts, I was really into those for a while. But I was living alone at the time, and I was like, why are you doing this to yourself?
I don't ever listen to the podcast. I'm probably going to watch like 48 Hours.
Yes.
Or Dateline.
So Dateline, I did used to, that's my mom's favorite show. And like still to this day, she records them. Yeah. And so she doesn't miss them.
So funny. And I'll like fall asleep hearing it because it's like this monotone.
Yes.
Like, when are you going to
Yes. Yes.
But yeah, I'll do something like that. And if I'm going to watch a podcast, it's probably going to be on some kind of reality. Like right now, we're all into Summer House.
Oh, yes. I've heard about that.
Summer House. And some of the stuff, like my daughter and I started watching when she was little, like Gossip Girl. So I've seen all of those
Love
because
that.
when she was young, that was really big coming out.
Yes.
And, you know, Laguna Beach, The Hills, like we watched all of that. And what's really funny is when Nick and Jessica Simpson came out. Listen, that was a treasure.
Wasn't it?
It was a true treasure.
The early 2000s were just like a fever dream.
Yeah.
I feel like. And I feel like life will never feel
like Jessica Simpson
like that again.
It's just a gift.
And it's just,
And she's she's like a billionaire because she's a smart person. But, you know, I think sometimes when you are very intelligent, you don't always have common sense.
No, you get one or the other. You really get one or the other.
And her chicken of the sea, she's like, this isn't chicken, you know, but
and you're like,
and he could not explain it, you know, like there's so much, like chickens here, like, you know, anyway, it's just funny.
No, I love stuff like that. Did you ever watch The Biggest Loser when that was on?
Yes.
That is so controversial now because we used to watch that.
Well, I
know. But looking back, I'm like, that was not good.
It was not good.
Not good.
And also being a nutritionist, you know, now you're looking back at it, I mean, they were just doing whatever they could to lose the weight.
It was toxic.
And all of them pretty much have gained back because they really weren't taught anything.
No, they were just screamed at.
And you don't really work out like that.
No, not in a normal day to day.
I would never work out like that.
No.
You don't work out like that. And yeah, that was a lot. That was not good. And then, you know, then Bob had a heart attack and he's supposed to be like the most healthiest person. But when it's in your bloodline, there's not much
you can't really do anything about it.
You don't really know. You know,
right.
It's just one of those things. So I love that though, that you kind of deep dive into some of those things.
Yeah, and sometimes just it could be the most. I mean, I'll find random hobbies.
Yeah.
I've tried to get into the needlepoint. Oops. The needlepoint stuff.
Yeah, because we have a new needlepoint store.
We do.
What is it called? Do you remember?
I can't even remember now.
I know, it's right down the street.
It is. It's so close, and it's so cute in there.
It's so
But
cute.
I've been really wanting. So I have.
I took it at school.
Did you? So I think it. I mean, it went. I mean, it's like bell bottom jeans. They were in, and then they went out, and then it comes back in. I mean, it's really like anything. So I want to get into that. But could you pick it back up? You feel like?
Yeah, for sure, because it's just a process. You just, and it's really good for your mind. I wish that I knew how to crochet.
Yes, I want to try that too.
And they did come out with those little crochet little
kits.
Yes.
That are like the animals and stuff.
Yeah,
they're really cute.
That's really cute.
Yeah, I've tried to pick up a lot of that. I got like a cross stitch, which is a little different than needlepoint. I think.
Yes.
Don't quote me on that.
Cross.
Yes, and so I tried that.
X.
Wasn't good at that.
Yeah.
Diamond art. Have you heard of that before?
No.
So that's kind of like you can turn your brain off for that. So bedazzling, you know what that is? Okay.
Oh yeah.
So the diamond art is kind of just like bedazzling, but it's like an adult, like an adult version.
I've been doing the watercoloring.
Yes. So
really
it's kind of a similar brain thing.
Yeah.
To that.
I love that.
You're really just like gluing these diamonds on like a paint by numbers.
Yeah.
But it's diamonds. So I have done some of that, which is kind of just like a turn off my brain.
Yeah, you don't really have to process.
You don't have to think about anything.
Like painting by numbers. I love all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so I like activities like that where I'm not thinking. Because really at work, I'm thinking most of the day or talking, also doing that. But I'm an extrovert to my core.
Okay.
I'm
an
pros and cons. Yeah, pros and cons of it. I mean,
So it's really challenging for me. Like, I'm always so appreciative that people find the strength to walk in the door. Because I'm such an introvert, and when I go like to different places, it's really hard for me to go to a yoga class. And so once I do go, I always have something weird, embarrassing that happens to me every time. Like, and I think it's just I have so much anxiety about it. But that's why I do yoga too.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's one of those funny things. So, how do you like working here?
I love it. It's so fun. It's just nice to like have a place that's like your place.
Yeah,
you know,
and so like feel that way.
Even as a student, because you're always a student, also. So don't forget that. Never stop learning.
No.
But just walking in the door, like there is no anxiety, and then there's always someone to answer my questions, which I love that because I'm a question asker.
Yeah.
to a T.
Good.
Even if I kind of know the answer, I'm probably still gonna ask the question
Just
to make sure. I need validation. That is one thing. I need the validation.
And just have another perspective too. Sometimes I'll do that. Like, what do you call this, or what is this? I think I just did a post about a yoga pose because I'm hearing like there's when the world is at our fingertips, and if you go on and you're looking at yoga, everyone has these common names of what a yoga pose is, and it's like why would you call it that? Like it's this, and it's what is that? What are you calling that? And so I think I just went like, what are you calling this? Because it can get lost in translation, and you're going, why?
Just double checking. I don't think there's any harm in
it's so weird.
Double checking,
but we all call things differently sometimes. But it's just, I mean, when you Westernize something and you bring it into your culture, it's going to have that flip flop around. And I think wherever you are, like what state you live in, what town, like whatever, everyone has their own little.
Even just being in the South, I think.
Yes.
I mean, we'll go to Colorado and people are like, you're from the South, aren't you? Because, I mean, we're saying y'all every 5 seconds and you can just tell from your accent that you're from the South.
So we had a weird thing happen. I can't even tell you where we were. I feel like we were waiting. I think we were at the Buttered Biscuit
here in town. Okay.
Waiting on a table. And we had someone say, "Are you from Minnesota?" And we looked like, "Are you talking to me?"
No.
And my son just looked and it's like, "No." Like,
did she think y'all had an accent?
It was someone that was in line and they were just waiting on a table too. And my son was like, "No." And they were like, "Oh, okay." They never gave explanation.
Oh, they never said anything else. Okay.
No. So just Minnesota? No. Oh, okay. Nothing. You're like,
you're like, okay, you're not gonna
never have I ever.
No, that's far fetched for sure.
Texas.
No, I'm always like, I'm from Arkansas.
Yeah.
SAW.
Yeah.
I'm proud of it, but sometimes you'll be in like a different state and someone asks and then you say you're from Arkansas and they're like, oh.
Yeah. I know. And you have shoes on?
Yeah, no, literally.
I do not.
Are you married to your cousin? I'm like, no, that's not a thing. I don't think.
People are really mean.
They are mean. And it's so funny because
especially when you're from a small town like Arkansas.
And small town things are just so niche sometimes too.
Yeah.
Even going from town to town. So like I'm from Russellville. Yeah. This is like our running joke in our friend group. So a bouncy house, right?
Yeah.
Most people call them bouncy houses, right?
Yeah.
Everyone from Russellville calls them a bump and jump.
Oh.
Have you ever heard that? Probably not. I think it's a Russellville thing. So we had a bouncy house place in Russellville called Bump and Jump. And so now I really think we have like done a poll of like Russellville people versus non-Russellville people.
Oh, you have Nikes. No, they're
right.
It's
just a tennis shoe.
Yeah.
Right.
Or Kleenex.
Yes. A tissue, you know? Yeah. And so it's the same thing.
Funny.
And so, because I don't even remember what was happening. And I don't even think I noticed that only we said that until my husband brought it up. We were dating at this time. And I was like, yeah, they had a bump and jump party. And he was like,
"What is a bump and jump?
What did you just say?"
Really bad.
It does sound bad. It sounds horrible.
That's what my son was like, "Mom, that sounds really bad."
And so I'm like,
"What?"
I'm like, "Well, what do you mean? Like, the things, the inflatables that kids like jump on and stuff." And he was like, "That's a bouncy house." And I was like, "Wait." And so of course, texted all my friends from high school. They all said the same thing that I did.
Yeah.
And then they all asked their people or their friends that weren't from there, and everyone said bouncy house. So there you go. You just never,
and that's
you never know what was like niche to your place.
Right. I mean, that's so true. It's like wherever you grow up is kind of like and like how you pronounce things, like Cantrell Road. But if you're talking to someone from somewhere, like, and you're on Cantrell, like it's Cantrell, not that fancy. But it's just those little.
It's just little things. Well, and I say caramel. Do you say caramel?
I do.
Okay. My husband says caramel.
He would.
And I'm like, that sounds so dumb.
He's from the big city.
Yeah. He's all fancy. But every time he says it, I'll be like, what? It's what? And just make him keep repeating it because it's wrong every time.
I love that.
So I don't know. You just kind of go with where you're from. And everyone thinks everyone's crazy and it's okay.
And that's okay.
Because we're all different, but we're all the same. I don't know if you've seen that thing, like if you're on TikTok and someone says something that happened to them that day, and then someone will comment, be like, I've never had an original experience a day in my life, because it seems like everything that happens to like you has happened to somebody else. But it's things you think would never happen to somebody else, and then it does, and they post about it.
Yes.
And you're like, I thought that was a me thing.
Yeah.
So sometimes I'm just like, we're all the same.
Yeah.
I mean, we really are all the same. And I think people are so funny these days. I don't know if like it's just social media. The comments are sometimes better than the video itself.
It's killing me.
They're so funny. I don't know how people think of these things.
I know. Like,
I mean, everyone's a comedian.
What are we doing? It is hilarious. Like, I'll just go down and read the comments, and you're just going.
You're like, these people. I mean, it's just, I don't know. I think
we have writers here,
right? Well, and I love it because I mean, life these days, there's so much going on. But it's kind of unserious. Right. Everyone's just kind of unserious these days. Yeah. And so I think that's been a really refreshing thing to see. Yeah. Because social media can be so saturated with politics and everything else going on. But then you have these people that are just so funny. I know. And so it just makes life so much better.
It really does. I mean, the comments sometimes, it does. It gets me. And,
I'll be laughing out loud.
Like, I'm just glad it's not me that they're
that they're making fun of. I know.
I have been that person though. I mean, I guess we all have.
Right.
Have to, but you also have to be prepared when you are going to do social media. Right. You have to be prepared that not everyone's going to.
No, that's not all
your biggest fan, and it's okay. It is what it is.
It is, and social media is hard. I know we were talking about that a little bit before this video. Just kind of getting into that market is difficult, and I know people have said, like, influencing is so hard, and I was always like, well, that seems kind of silly. Yeah. You're just videoing stuff. But, I mean,
it's really
hard. Because you are then self-conscious of, like, is my day interesting enough to be able to post about? Yeah.
Did I do my hair?
Did I do my hair? Did I pick up my stuff off the floor? Or is it in the background?
Like your house has to be really clean.
Right.
And I don't know if you followed, like, the Ruby Frankie stuff.
Oh, yes. And I did watch that documentary.
Did you? That was so wild. And they said it just got so exhausting because she had all the light bulbs to, everything had to be in its place. And she just got real
And her son is on TikTok now. Have you seen his? Yes. I'm glad he has a good sense of humor because I can't imagine.
And I was really interested, the two younger children that were the ones that were actually
most of the stuff happened to
hurt. Yeah. The daughter, the little girl, I can't think of her name right now, but she actually wrote Congress because there's a law in Utah where if you knock on the door, they cannot, and no one answers, they cannot come in.
Okay.
And she said because they had gotten an alert from her older sister, and if they could have come in, they would have seen that she was not being taken care of, and all of that could have been.
Oh wow!
And I think that they did not change the law, but so she wrote like this is going to continue, and there has to be a way that you can get in if there's not an answer,
right?
Or can you just go in and check just to make sure,
like a welfare check? Yeah,
but they can't.
I hate that they're having to advocate.
There has to be a reason.
Yes.
Yeah, and so when they knock the door down, then they have found them. Well, it's a little late now. Like, did you really have to knock the door down now?
Right, right. Well, I'm glad that she's wanting to make a change there.
That was really good. Yeah. So positivity can come, from, everything on social media. But it is crazy how, and I try to do videos and things just because it is a way to show people, like, not everything is unicorn and
it's not. And I think a lot of times people don't want to see the perfectionism. Like they do want to see the messy floors and the busy days and the spilled coffee and whatever else. And I think as a business owner too, it's so important to be kind of showing like your day in the life. I mean, you're up at the crack of dawn every single day, but you're running a successful business.
Or we've already done 2 classes by the crack of dawn.
Right. And so it's just crazy. I mean, it's crazy.
But
and I think that is a good side that people get to see.
Yeah.
Because I think when you come to studios or really just small businesses in general, you don't realize how much work behind the scenes. And so I think it's really cool
Yeah.
to see like what
Yeah.
a day in the life looks like.
Yeah, and so I'm hoping that Meg's going to do some recordings of her classes, so then she can share.
Yes.
And also,
That'll be so
it's
fun.
really difficult also to write choreography. I write the choreography for Camp Fusion, and I come up with things for my yoga classes and Pilates classes. And when I wanted to add mat Pilates, when I went to Paige, I said, I just don't want to teach it, and I don't want to write it.
She does an incredible job. Paige is amazing.
Great.
It is, and I think that is one thing that people don't know when they're like, oh, I want to be a fitness instructor.
So much work.
It is not. You cannot just show up.
No,
you cannot just show up. And so sometimes I think if you are not like wanting to put that extra effort in, it's better to just come to the classes, because I think all the time people just think, oh, you just get to show up and you get to teach the class as if you were taking it.
I think it's a real like limelight or something. I don't know, but it's a lot of such hard work, especially if you're having to write the classes and design them, your playlist.
The playlist. I mean, Paige also does an incredible job with the playlist. Does. But I mean, it takes a lot of work. And then like we do our own stuff for Reformer too. And then my other classes that I teach at the other studio, I mean, I'm doing my own choreography, and for like cycle, that's like down to the second with the beat of the music. It's a lot.
Cycle,
it is a lot,
and I never want to do a class again. I never want to teach it again. I'll go ride my bike down the road. But I don't even want to do. I even have a road bike because I used to do triathlons.
Okay,
and I don't even want to get in it.
It's just it's a lot to think about all the time, and then I
just got so burned out.
Oh, and it happens pretty quick. But I mean, you're just listening to your music driving down the road.
Yeah,
and your brain won't turn off because you're like, oh, this is a perfect spin song. Let me write this down, and then I will do choreography to the millisecond.
Or what's the app? Shazam?
Yes, you're like, oh, what's this song? Yes, always. And then like SoundCloud's a thing too, and so you're like, what's the best remix? And so, I mean, not that I would ever change anything about being an instructor, but I mean, it's not.
You have to have a special calling.
You do, and it's not just. It's not for the weak, I'll say, because it's physically a lot on your body, and then mentally and emotionally too. But I mean, it's just like any other thing that you're passionate about. You're gonna do it because you love it, but it's not just, you can't just show up. No, you got to put the work in behind it. So
anything else you'd like to share? Or
I don't know, I just love being here, and I love talking to you. I'm so glad we got to do my favorite thing, talking.
I know, and I'm just so grateful that you reached out.
Yes.
Because we don't always know who wants to be, who does have that calling.
Girl, I will talk. I will talk up in here.
Yes.
Don't be worried.
And we love it. And that's how you become an instructor, is to just voice that.
Yes.
We train you. We do in-house trainings here. I have a yoga studio, or the yoga teacher training that I do. We do apprenticeships for Pilates Reformer. Yes. Also with the Pilates. And one great thing about you is you already know so much anatomy because you're, you know, a medical.
Had to take all the classes.
Yeah.
Had to do all the things.
And that's so important. I think the anatomy part. And mostly every teacher here has done a yoga teacher training. All of our yoga teachers have.
Yes.
But mostly everyone has gotten that anatomy in. And I think that's really important.
It's so important.
Yeah.
And I think that's so, like, such a positive thing for you as the owner to recognize people's strengths and where they need the extra help too.
Yeah.
I mean, we found each other at a really good time.
Yes.
Not like as a student, but for the instructing part that you kind of pulled me out of a hole. She was like the light at the end of the tunnel. I was going through a time, and it's like I could see her at the end of the tunnel.
Yes.
And so I think everything happens for a reason.
It does.
I'm just so grateful to be here.
Well, thank you so much, and thank you for doing this.
This was so fun.
I appreciate
such a good time.
Yay.
Bye.
Thank you.
You're so good at that.
Oh, gosh. It's just talking, you know.